What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're starting a video, dog. We're starting a video. I'm so lost, confused on how many days, what day today is. I don't even know. Apparently everybody I've been running into today says I look beat and tired. So I got that going for me today. So we are here, we're in the SEMA Electrified Experience. And I know a lot of people that watch my channel are not hip onto the electric stuff, especially considering we're like more of a diesel channel. And I get that. Unfortunately, they're gonna shove a lot of this stuff down our throats, whether you want it or not. Now this is a wild one. This was actually built by our friend Alex over at Hoppos. We've been to Hoppos, we've done a couple of videos with them. And this was one of their projects for Ford that they did. I personally think this thing's freaking cool. It's different, it's kind of weird, but it's freaking cool. I mean, the wheel tire combo on this thing is it's massive. What do we even got here? We got some Boston forged wheels. Yeah. I think these wheels are freaking cool.
Dude, Boston makes some really good stuff.
Yeah, we're running Nitto Ridge Recon grapplers. What is that? I don't even know. Oh, that's the AT.
I like how square the sidewall looks on this.
It looks really cool. Like it's the right tire size and wheel here and the right offset. And I guess the cool thing about an electric vehicle is you have no engine in the engine bay. So you've got the ideal spot to mount your whole air ride setup here. And the guys over at Hoppos always do killer freaking work. Clearly, you know, there's no short of that in here, but this might be the cool new way to do it. Like, it used to be the trunks.
Yeah.
Now this is, what is it called? Front trunk.
A frunk.
Frunk. It's front. Front.
It said front.
Front.
What the front?
What front you?
Yeah. Dude, the tank's like fully modular. You can turn it however you want, angle all the brackets on the side however you want. Like if we go down to their booth, you need to check it out. Like you can do a lot with it, and it just, I'm not gonna name that company, but blows their stuff out of the water.
So this was supposed to be like an electric overlanding off-grid vehicle. Kind of funky that we would lower that, but they wanted a lower vehicle. I guess Ford themselves did, and Alex and the guys over at Hoppos were like, well, can we put it on air ride? And they were apprehensive about letting them do it, but I think air ride was definitely the right move. If you're gonna go lower, because then you can actually bump it up should you go off-road. And again, most of these vehicles are like concept vehicles or show vehicles. They're literally meant for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is what you see right here. So Fern put them in touch with Green Mountain Grills. There's actually a whole slide-out rack here that has a fridge on it. It's got a small portable pellet smoker on here and a couple of other cool things. Obviously, we got the tent, they've got the electric bike hanging off the back. They did a lot of really cool stuff with this. I mean, the guys over at Hoppos are next level. Like, nobody can touch them when it comes to like the level of quality of work that they do. Now, I've never personally been in one of the new F-150 Lightnings. They're pretty cool. Obviously, we know the tow rating sucks and yada yada, but they ended up going with full Recaro seats, which from what I heard was a nightmare getting these things, and they got lost. Interior looks super cool.
Dude, I mean, this thing is rad. They go 3 wide in the back.
Casey, nice to meet you too. Dude, this thing is rad. So,
thanks.
What do we got, a 50's?
Yeah, so it's a 59, big back window, short bed, fleet side track.
Nice.
We did a bare metal finish on it with a directional grain, and then sprayed a matte clear coat over the top of it to seal it all up and kind of give it a drier look instead of having that real wet look, you know, a lot of bare metal trucks have. It's got a Tesla Model S motor in the back. It's got the ludicrous mode, so it does like just about 800 horsepower peak.
Jeez.
It's got 10 Tesla modules up front. That's what this box is here. Another 6 Tesla modules underneath the cab.
How many does a standard Tesla Model S have?
So 16. So this has got a full 85 kilowatt hour Tesla pack. So it's just like an 85, it's like the P85 Tesla Model S.
Okay.
So the range is like 250 miles.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I mean, it's, you know, if you're cruising around town, going to car shows or whatever on the weekend, it's perfect. It's got electric brakes from a Tesla Model S as well, because obviously these things don't make any vacuum, so got to figure out some way to have brakes.
Okay.
It's got a cooling system, as you can see up here. All these hoses that have this braided wrap on them, they keep the batteries cool. So the batteries are about this wide and about this long. There's a bunch of little cells, and then there's a sleeve that runs in between them, and the fluid goes in there, in between each cell, and so it cools them just by having that coolant next to them. You have the reservoir fill here. We've got the overflow liquid jet
like
can.
that. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Little touch of old school there.
I love the wrap even that you guys used on all that.
Thanks. Yeah. So this is it's a company called TechFlex. And it's basically just wire loom.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to just have like the regular black hose that looked a little bit plain. So this like kind of matches the interior and some of the bronze that we did in the truck. So obviously we've got it on bags because the thing just sits on the ground. So it's being run by AccuAir air management system. Okay. Inside we had this custom leather interior done by Seems Impossible Interiors in Salt Lake City. It's got a perforated Alcantara leather on the inserts, and each one of those seats has a fan underneath it to help keep it cool while you're driving as well. It's got full AC with a vintage air 55 to 59 setup in it. Okay. Nardi steering wheel, power steering. controls for the motor are actually on the dash. Everything runs through Bluetooth on an iPad.
Is there like a module for that you had to buy that like links that up, or did you guys build?
Yeah,
like, how do you get that to talk to the Tesla system?
Yeah, so there's a company called EV Controls, and they make a controller that it wipes the software out of the Tesla motor.
Okay.
Implements their own software. And so there's an ECU behind the original speedometer.
Gotcha.
And that talks to the motor through Bluetooth, which then through the wires. The ECU communicates to the iPad through Bluetooth, gives it all the information, and that allows you to go drive neutral reverse,
nice.
Speedometer, and all those things.
That's cool.
So you can dial the power into exactly where you want it.
Awesome.
It's got this, right here in the original gas fill area. We went ahead and put this custom billet aluminum charge port.
Love it.
So you can still pull up just like you're filling it up with gas, keep everything as original as possible.
Right.
So in the bed here, we did some custom aluminum, we grained some strips basically for the bed strips.
Okay.
It's got black walnut wood. We did the same matte clear coat on the wood and left the original saw marks from the mill. The whole idea with this truck was kind of to keep it raw, but at the same time we wanted to keep it classy. Back here, this cover basically just mimics the box in the front. The motor sits underneath it. This thing kind of just helps to shade it, keep it cool in the sun if it's sitting out. Eventually we're gonna have a plexiglass top on top of this as well, with a little bit of detail work in it. Well, also, if you noticed in the front and the rear, we did these kind of copper highlights on the bezels.
It's one of my favorite accent colors. I love that.
So we did these little compartments in the back as well. So the middle one there is kind of a dry storage. It's carpeted.
Okay.
The owner of this truck is a surf guy, so we put in a wet storage over here. It's got a perforated bottom, so you can chuck all his shorts in there and it just drip out the bottom.
That's cool.
This one's just kind of a 12-volt battery, fuses, stuff like that. This is the cooling system for the motor itself, which you can kind of see back through that window.
Okay.
Obviously the AccuAir system up here. It's got a plexiglass window, so you can kind of see what you're storing back there.
So what's this? Is this part of the Tesla controller? I mean, what's that big old thing I'm seeing right there?
In the corner? Yeah, so that is actually the charger and the DC to DC converter. So a charge port over there, juice from the wall runs into that guy, it changes into DC, which then puts it into the battery pack, right?
Gotcha.
The DC to DC converter basically takes the place of the alternator of like a gas car.
Okay.
So to keep your 12-volt battery topped up, it takes power from the big battery pack, converts it down to 12 volts, and pumps it into your battery, so it keeps it at like 13 volts basically.
So that's all playing into this battery that's here,
exactly.
And the big batteries are running the motor itself.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's sitting on forged line wheels as well, so they're a 3-piece aluminum wheel. So they're super light. This thing, like with 800 horsepower, we've got 10-inch wide tread on this thing, and even with that, it's gonna feel like it's on ice if you floor this thing. Like the power is unreal. The torque will just like break.
Have you weighed it since you've added all the weight of the batteries and all that?
No, I haven't weighed it, but generally speaking, these things were like 32 to 3,300 on the curb weight.
Right.
We probably added about 500, so we're probably up at about 38, maybe 4,000. A Tesla Model S weighs 5,000.
Oh,
so
geez,
we're 1,000 pounds lighter than a Tesla Model S with all that power.
Awesome. So this is your shop that built this?
Yep.
Is it Electric 51 Speed Shop?
51 Speed
So this is what you guys do, is take older stuff and convert it over?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you guys out of?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, nice. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate it, Casey.
Yeah, no
Where can anybody find you? What's the best place to find you?
So online, electric51speedshop.com, and then also Instagram, we got a big presence there. It's Electric 51 Speed Shop.
Alrighty, y'all. So we've done a lot of firsts this weekend. Or this week, I don't know, it's not even a weekend. We've been here for 6 days, I don't even know. We are taking the Tesla Power Loop. We'll see how HYPERLITE gets. They got enough cars down there for us?
I hope so.
Is this how you film this, right? You gotta be like this?
I'm surprised he's made it this far.
Yeah, right? I haven't bailed out yet, guys. I'm pretending we're not. No room to turn around. I'm pretending we're not stuck in a tunnel right now.
Yeah, no, we're just walking.
With a lithium bomb.
Yeah, like everything to the absolute extreme right off rip.
Worst case scenario right now, that's what they call me.
Hey, you know what? It's not like you're gonna feel it if it does go.
Oh, I see that little freaking hole we're going in over there. Oh. Jeez, guy.
It's not bad.
Oh yeah, it's a small world. We're number 3. We are number 3. Can we get a Cybertruck?
A Cybertruck?
Yeah, you got one of those? No?
No, I don't think so. What is that?
You don't know what that is?
No, I don't know.
We working in the Tesla tunnel?
Hey man, they're just out here putting people in cars, not advertising.
No. No, let me find out you got 100 million thousand.
Right around. That pays better than 400.
Shit, if I found out,
Let me give him my Cash App. Hey, y'all.
2 seats for Wes.
those two.
Ooh, it's not your Cybertruck. What was that?
Yeah, it's not a Cybertruck, but it'll work. Can I get the front seat? I need the front seat. What's up, man? How's it going?
Hello.
Oh, we need to put it in the GPS where we're going? Show me this technology, man. What do we got going on here?
Beats right now.
Is this thing like separately linked to this? How does this work right here, man? This is so crazy.
Yes, this is for the component, this is for the car.
So like in real life, if we build these tunnels underground, they're gonna be this small? This is crazy. Jeez, I feel like I got a duck in here.
Someone gets a little claustrophobic over here.
Just a little bit. So were you driving or does it drive? It's you?
That's his good work right there.
Nice job, man. Nice job. Weren't these things supposed to drive themselves through the tunnel? Wasn't that like a thing?
I know, right?
Oh, it doesn't?
I don't know what is it.
Come on, Elon. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. I feel like this is a worse traffic jam than like underground or above ground. How many hours are you in here doing this?
About 8.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, man.
It's
Where's the, oh, that one? Oh, I'm new to this. I'm new to this. Thanks for getting me here safely. I appreciate you. Whew, Derek, we survived. We survived, Derek. Give me a hug. We made it. We made it, buddy. Wow, technology.
That wasn't too bad, was it?
The guy was driving the damn car. The things drove themselves in the tunnel.
No, I don't want to tell you.
What kind of lie was Tesla? Jeez. I think this whole Tesla thing's a shell company.
Yeah, it is.
They're just trying to clean up some money. We got my favorite YouTuber. My favorite YouTuber.
Hey, so we
My
got
favorite
these people over
YouTuber.
here that have been trying to ask you questions all this.
Hey, can I get a minute? Can I get a minute every time? What's up,
what's
buddy?
up, dude? What's up, man?
So,
How are you?
We were over there checking out this sweet lightning that you guys built.
Yes.
And we were talking about the air management system, and we noticed you guys got some cool stuff on there.
Yeah, we got some new
I
stuff.
feel like we got a display over there we can talk about outside of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Would you mind giving us a little walk around?
Let's go see it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Also, we got these beautiful lowriders in here.
Yeah, you know, some with a little bit of detail on there, you know.
Just a
Didn't
little
want to
bit.
go over the top, so we only did a little
We
bit.
only engraved 90%. They left the window trim out.
Yeah,
All right.
this is OG. You know,
Okay,
this
okay.
keeps it OG right now.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah,
But we got some nice new air setups that came out, and a whole bunch of new products that came out as well. So we've always sold air, never really advertised it because it just kind of funneled into us anyways. This year we're like, you know what? We're gonna step it up. We're gonna kind of elevate the air setups a little bit, show off a little more, and kind of just show more just custom.
So I probably don't have to tell you guys, but I know there's a lot more truck people than lowrider people on my channel. However, Hoppos is like the name in hydraulics. Like that's your guys' bread and butter. And again, you've always done air.
We've always done air.
But now you're making the push towards going with the super custom cool stuff.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, air tank is so universal. Lifted trucks, yours, like on the Bronco, onboard air, there's different options you could do. So it's not just like hydraulics, lowriders, mini trucks, hot rods, lifted trucks, Jeeps, even just accessory air in like a minivan or something, like for airing up stuff, mountain bikes.
Kind of changing the game on how not only tanks are made, but also displayed. Whereas even in like the show truck world that we're in, you know, not being quite the lowrider level of show, but you've only have like 3 tank options and they're all ugly. Like there's nothing out there. Like, I mean, it just is what it is. It's a freaking cylinder with some bungs welded on it.
And that was like our biggest struggle in this is how do you make an air storage tank look good? Because
Right.
I mean, you're limited to cylindrical. You're limited to have to be capped at the end.
Right.
So we're like, how do we make this look good, change it up, but also showcase a US made product, all in-house, and make it beefy. We want you to grab this thing and just feel the weight behind it and like, this is solid. Right here, what you see is our new HHT 5-gallon air tank. This one, it does have like the bells and whistles on it. So this one does have our dual compressor mount on here, which is all billet, and it has the option to run the 380s, the 444s, the 480s, and the 485. So the mounting configuration is universal, and then it also has the optional mount for the air management as far as your valving. It has mounting configurations for airlift, for the VU4 AccuAir, and the slam manifold, and then possibly something else that might be in the works in the future. There's already mounting holes for it as well.
Subscribe to my Instagram, $5.99 a month, and
We'll get you some behind the scenes.
We'll leak it one day.
Yeah, we'll leak it. We'll leak it. I won't tell nobody.
Dude, this looks super killer. So kind of in our world, there's only one manufacturer out there that makes like a mounting plate to mount your compressors, your tank, and you know, usually train horns with it and get it up in there. If we don't want to run train horns, you don't really have an option. So you're doing what Zach has had to do for a lot of our builds, and you're taking a piece of metal and you're making your own mounting plate. Well, I feel like this all-in-one unit right here, I know it's meant, or more so used probably in like the trunk of a vehicle.
Yeah, but
or the front of a Lightning.
or the front of a Lightning. But this is the one you're seeing right here is only our option still. There's actually a new one that's coming out that is full billet.
Okay.
And you would be able to technically mount that upside down because these legs do rotate as well. So you'll be able to hang that from the backside of a spare tire on a, I don't know, big lifted truck.
Here we've got a cylinder and then we've got 2 billet end caps. Then I'm assuming this all sandwiches kind of everything together.
Yeah. So this tank is fully rebuildable. So pretty much you could pull it apart, clean it out. You know, say you got debris in there from all the years, or you know, glamis, sand, or something got stuck in there somehow, and you could rebuild it. But we also have it to where everything down here is more of like a modular design, to where you could rotate this and place the configuration of the mounting, legs, compressors, all in whatever's going to work for your application.
Awesome. I mean, that's one thing. Again, the kind of the standard ugly tank that's been around for 100 years.
You're stuck with the legs here.
Yeah, it literally has just a little U-shaped leg mounted to it, and wherever that is, and then your bungs are, they try to put 50 of them, so you have some type of options, but then it looks crappy because you're not using half of them.
Then our biggest focus was keeping the drain at the bottom, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had to do it in some applications where you don't want the bung at the top, but it looks the best or fits the best at the top.
Right.
So with this, the drain ports, which is dual, will always stay at the bottom regardless of which way you mount it.
Awesome. So one thing about Hoppos is it's not only form, but it's function. So they have, like, coming from this world, you have to really focus on things looking good.
Yes.
But then you also have a very picky clientele base that if something doesn't work,
yeah, when guys are spending the money they're doing, they want exactly what they asked for, and you know, deliver it in exceptional form. So for us, it was like, we want to create something that was almost, I don't want to say production, but a fancy version of what's able to be click and bought.
Gotcha. As opposed to
full one-off custom.
Getting real crazy with it. Which again, like, this is still your guys' world, but what's cool is you come from building super crazy custom setups like this, then you translate that to a more affordable consumer level.
Yeah.
Because not everybody's got the money, nor could everybody have this done, because you guys basically have a select base of clients that you work with.
Yeah, we're technically not open to public.
Right,
yeah.
Because you have to have such an enormous budget, but you also have to kind of let them do their thing. As artists, right? Like, that's your big thing.
Anytime you let an artist do whatever they want to do, you're always gonna get more bang for your buck. I mean, if you limit someone and tell them, like, I want a circle, but you have to paint it red and can't have any flat lines in it, they're gonna give you what you paid for or what you asked for. But now, if you tell a guy to, like, draw whatever you want,
right,
you're probably gonna get a better deal and get more out of it. I mean, that's kind of what it is, but we just wanted to offer something that was designed by car guys, designed by someone, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, someone that doesn't have degrees. Like, we are hands-on people, self-taught, self-learned, you know?
Right.
That's how we learn from messing up.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. So make sure you check them out.
Yeah.
What is your YouTube? Is it Hoppos Alex?
YouTube is Alex Hoppos 909. Instagram Hoppos_Alex and Hoppos_Inc. Same thing on Facebook, TikTok, all that.
What's your website?
Our website itself is hopposonline.com.
So you can order this setup, right, or similar?
When this airs,
okay.
When this airs, this will be available.
Alrighty, guys. So another quick video for you. We're trying to do more videos, quicker stuff. It was cool checking out the lighting that they built. And again, they're always building cool stuff. So make sure you do check him out. Mainly check out his YouTube, because that's where you're gonna get the most in-depth looks at some of this stuff. You're gonna be dropping some of the lightning videos, right?
Yeah,
Which were like hush hush until now.
Yeah, the lightning videos, 2 already got released the week of SEMA. So you guys are seeing this, they got released last week. That kind of shows you a little behind the scenes of, like, I'm gonna tell you guys a real SEMA. When I say real SEMA, like what you're showing. Behind the scenes, what people don't show, no butterflies, no rainbows, like stuff not working, stuff not fitting, going to the powder coat shop 15 times.
So make sure you go check him out. Yeah, exactly. You'll get the real of the real. We only hang out with the real of the real.
Yeah.
So, Alex has been a good buddy of ours for a long time, and it's awesome to see what they've grown and built. And I mean, it's just the work's second to none. It speaks for itself. You know, one day we'll get to this level. And what we'll do is use code Dmaxryno and you'll get 10% off. Hey, buy the big stuff. Almost just punched this guy in the face doing that. Go buy the big stuff. All right, guys, so with that, we're going to wrap up as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like and a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. Roll the outro.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.